Stephanie here with Eyes on the Game here at Greens and Protein, being joined by the one and only Mr. Dillon Danis. How's it going?
It's going good.
You just rolled up in your Lamborghini. You have a fight coming up January 25th. How's this training camp going?
It's going good. I feel like training camps are kind of cliche in a way. Like I've been training my whole life, and I don't see any opponent when I fight. I don't see any name. I don't see anybody. I just see a body and a blank face. So, I'm excited. I love fighting. So it could be right now. It could be in a back alleyway. It could be in a club. It doesn't matter. I just love to fight. So I'm excited that day when it comes around. It's just my favorite day ever.
Well, fighting is a lifestyle, and I do know you told the schmo you don't even know your opponent's name.
Yeah, no. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. It's just another sacrificial lamb in front of me. Like I just go out there and I do what I do. I don't focus on anybody else.
How many times do you see yourself fighting this year, though?
I was looking for 4 this year, 3 or 4. I've been a little bit inactive in the past and fighting once a year maybe, but now I want to start picking it up and definitely going out there and fighting more times a year. So.
Yes. Well, speaking of fighting, I do know a few months ago, a few sources told me, which I tweeted, that you were banned from the Logan Paul KSI fight. Now Logan Paul's trying to fight Antonio Brown or vice versa, and you tweeted about that. What do you think of that?
I don't know, man. Those guys aren't real fighters. Like I talked to them in person before, and they're just like clowns. But don't ever speak my name in a bad tone without I'm gonna respond to it. So eventually they're gonna have to get it. It doesn't matter if it's in a ring or not. When I see them, they'll get it, and they know that. But they're just a bunch of pussies. Like, imagine going up to someone and being, hey, like, this guy can't come into a fight, or he's banned or something like that. Just imagine saying that, like, coming out of your mouth to someone. It's so embarrassing, I don't know. I just feel like you should never mention my name if you never want to, don't want to actually get it. So I think just be careful of the way they move and stuff. And look at Tana and Jake. They just broke up, Everybody's seen the picture, so they know what happened.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of real fights, though, obviously you're also here for Conor McGregor fighting Cowboy Cerrone. What do you make of that fight and how it's going to play out?
I believe 2 rounds or less. I say it could go quick, or Conor will pick him apart and just beautifully, dismantle him, which I see happening too. So I think it goes quick, or maybe 2 rounds and he just picks him apart beautifully and puts him away. Masterpieces aren't made in seconds, so I think it's going to be amazing, like the way it looks and everything. And like Conor's such great shape right now and such great mind space and everything. This fight's going to go like amazing. So I'm really excited to see it, and it's going to be a show for everybody. It's going to be a show for myself, and all his fans.
Well, do you think afterwards that he should fight Khabib in a rematch?
That fight's happening no matter what. I don't know when or where, but it's definitely happening no matter where or when. So it doesn't matter if it's in the cage or not. When we see them, I think we'll always have something with them. But I can't wait for the day that they fight again, because I know the outcome, and I believe in Conor 100%.
But Khabib is scheduled to fight Tony Ferguson. How do you see that fight playing out?
That fight is very interesting. I'm excited to see that fight. I think he's going to have a lot of trouble with Tony on the ground. Tony doesn't stop moving. He has a lot of good elbows off his back, a very active guard, and it's a toss-up. I don't know. It's hard to pick a winner on that one, but I think it'll be a great fight, and I'm excited to see it.
And like I mentioned, I do follow you on Twitter. I do know you watched the Usman Covington fight. So what did you think of that result?
Man, that was a good fight. I feel like they're so sloppy, and they're so I don't know. It wasn't that. It was a good fight. It's like watching 2 bums fight, kind of it's exciting, but it's not really the most technical, So I don't know. I just can't wait till one day, maybe those guys fight me, or we'll figure it out. But I don't know. I just feel like even now I'm 2-0, and those guys are not on my level. It's very bad watching them. I don't know. It was a bad fight to watch. I thought it was embarrassing, but Usman got the job done. I thought Covington was winning until he got knocked out, but yeah, it was just trash.
Well, I do know you've been calling out Ben Askren for a while. Will we ever see that happen?
It was supposed to happen. We had it all signed up for a grappling match because he wasn't going to do MMA. But I think now he's running away, and I think he said his hip is kind of messed up. I could have fixed it for him easily. I would have snapped it right back in place. But a lot of these guys, they kind of just use my name to get the media and all that, because every time something happens with me, it's always number one in every single website. So I think a lot of them, they just talk and say stuff about me, like Tyron Woodley, you know, he'd be making raps about me and stuff like that, but none of them really want to do it, so I don't know.
And lastly, I do know for the holidays you were trying to crack open that lobster claw. How was it?
It was good. I mean, it was a lot of work, but not too much meat in it, but I didn't have one of those clamps, so yeah, I ended up burning like my whole hand with that, so yeah, but no, I'm a big lobster fan, so I ended up getting in there, but it wasn't that good of a lobster anyway.
Well, good choice, and glad your hand's okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.